But as that rotation tightens up and they just start playing the top 7, 7.5, 8, man, that's a good 7.5, 8.
I think what was interesting with that game, the Knicks, they kind of beat the Celtics at their own game, their own style of play. If you look at the 2 box scores, the Knicks had contributions all up and down their roster. They actually outshot the Celtics from 3, which is really impressive when you consider how deadly the Celtics are in that regard. And the Celtics, otherwise, like they had, I think they, Pritchard, another coach call out, another Physics 5.
Oh, man.
He balled out. Jayson Tatum balled out. But otherwise, Boston just didn't get enough from the rest of their guys.
Yeah, and no moral victories, but you got an MVP sitting over there if you're Boston. So you're like, all right. When we get to the playoffs.
I got you. We'll see that. We'll see it.
And we're, at the end of the day, White, you got that still.
Yeah,
and
White is still there,
my gosh, like you got, these guys are good. Boston, that game does not say anything to me.
No, sir.
Other than the Knicks played a great basketball game like they were supposed to, and they needed to win, and they took care of business.
Yeah.
But that Boston team with Jaylen Brown out there is a whole nother monster. And I'm not saying the Knicks can't compete with them, but man, that's a big, you're talking about top 4 player in the league, top 5 player in the league, sitting on the sideline.
Both those names you mentioned.
I mean,
both those names.
Those are big contributors to what they do. And so the fact that this game was that, Joe Mazzulla, he ain't giving them no moral victories, but he's like, okay.
He's taking notes, okay? He wrote that one down.
Yeah, it's just doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's like the Arthur meme where he's just like holding his fist up.
Yeah, but he's definitely logging his
no question. Yeah. And look, coming off of an Eastern Conference Finals appearance last season, do you see the Knicks as legit threats to a deep playoff run in the East here, Coach?
I do. I think they have all the capabilities of it. Again, it always comes back to, and they've done a great job of this, but it's always going to come back to their 2 best players. Their 2 best players are not two-way players. So people are going to go after those 2 guys. And if they can protect them without, over-compromising their defense and keep that offensive firepower on the floor, yes, absolutely they can make a deep run. They got winners on that team. They got versatility.
The New York Knicks have a problem. And it is not a problem for them. It is a problem for the Boston Celtics. Because the Knicks just proved that Madison Square Garden is still Jayson Tatum's nightmare. And the NBA TV crew said what every Celtics fan is afraid to admit. The Knicks beat the Celtics at their own game. Let me set the scene for you. The Knicks won 112-106. Jalen Brunson looked like he was fighting for his life. Josh Hart was everywhere. Rebounding, scoring, just finding ways to impact winning. And the Knicks outshot the Celtics from 3. That is impressive when you consider how deadly the Celtics are in that regard. But here is what the crew said that stopped me cold. One of the analysts said that game does not say anything to him about the Celtics, other than the Knicks played a great basketball game like they were supposed to, and they needed the win and they took care of business. But then he added the kicker. That Boston team with Jaylen Brown out, there is a whole other monster. He is a top 4 player in the league, top 5 player in the league sitting on the sideline. And both those names, Tatum and Brown, those are big contributors to what they do. Joe Mazzulla, he is not giving them no moral victories. He is taking notes. He wrote that one down. He is definitely logging that. But here is the reality that nobody wants to say out loud. Tatum came back to the scene of his Achilles tear. He played well. He balled out. The Knicks still won. And the crowd was in his head all night. The energy was different. The Knicks fans were not letting him forget. Every time he touched the ball, they reminded him. Every time he missed a shot, they cheered. Every time he looked up at the scoreboard, he saw that the Knicks were winning. And that matters. Because the playoffs are a different animal. The Celtics can say they were missing Jaylen Brown. That is true. They can say it was just a regular season game. That is also true. But the Knicks just planted a seed. They just showed that they can beat Boston. They just showed that MSG can get into Tatum's head. And now, if these 2 teams meet in the second round, the Knicks have the mental edge. The coach on the crew said something even more important. He said the Knicks have all the capabilities of a deep playoff run. But it always comes back to their 2 best players. Their 2 best players are not two-way players. So people are going to go after those two guys, Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns. If they can keep protecting them without over-compromising their defense and keep that offensive firepower on the floor, yes, absolutely they can make a deep run. They got winners on that team. They got versatility on that roster. They can play KAT at the 5. They can play him at the 4 because they got Mitchell Robinson. The rotation and the guys that are playing early in the playoffs, but when it gets down to the thick of it, Boston is going to force some of those guys out of the rotation. Detroit is going to force some of those guys out of your rotation. And you are going to have to shrink it. But when you do, when you are the Knicks, their top 8 is really good. Think about that top 8. Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, Precious Achiuwa. That is a deep, versatile, experienced group. And they just beat the Celtics without their full rotation even clicking on all cylinders. Now, the Celtics are still the favorites. They still have Jayson Tatum. They still have Jaylen Brown. They still have Derek White and Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. When Brown comes back, they are a different team. The analyst said that is a big difference. You are talking about a top 4 player in the league, top 5 player in the league sitting on the sideline. That is not nothing. But here is the question. Can Tatum shake off the MSG demons? He said before the game he was not thrilled to go back. He admitted it was a traumatic experience. And then he went out and played well, but his team lost. In the playoffs, if the Knicks crowd is even louder, if the stakes are even higher, if every possession matters, can Tatum rise above it? Or does the Garden get into his head again? The crew said Joe Mazzulla is taking notes. He is logging this game. He is going to make adjustments. But the Knicks are taking notes too. They are logging that they can beat Boston. They are logging that they outshot them from 3. They are logging that they played with more energy, more desperation, more heart. And in the playoffs, that matters more than talent. Because every team in the East has talent. The Pistons have talent. The Cavs have talent. The Celtics have the most talent. But the Knicks have something else. They have a crowd that is a 6th man. They have a group of players who have been through the battles together. They have a coach in Mike Brown who knows how to win in the playoffs. And they just proved they can beat the team that everyone thinks is going to come out of the East. So here is my question for you. If the Knicks and Celtics meet in the second round, who wins? Do the Celtics have too much talent? Or do the Knicks have the mental edge and home court advantage? Drop your take in the comments. Do you agree with the NBA TV crew that the Knicks are legit threats? And if you want more honest breakdowns of what is really happening in the NBA playoffs, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.